I don't have a good poker face, so I have to hide that I'm excited so you can get a good deal. Powerpuff Girls meets Wednesday Addams.
Is it Powerpuff or Powder Puff?
Power.
Powerpuff, clearly I don't know.
Don't hate me or boo me. I still have my Indian and I still love it.
What a block van driving in the van. I'm gonna hand the camera over to Amanda because this is a very important episode for her. So here you go.
How do I start with this? Just feed me lines.
So we were on Facebook Marketplace, which is where it all begins all the time, right? You know, amazing deals, and damn, if that algorithm don't know me. I come across this wrecked Harley Davidson. Front end is like in from them hitting somebody, like whoever the owner was. Clean title though. It was listed up for like 5K. 2023 Softail. We just got done building a Softail for Born Free, so I've got a lot of takeoff parts. And I'm like, oh, like we can replace that front end, right? No problem. I messaged the guy and I'm like, does it run? And he said yes. So at this point I just messaged Amanda and I'm like, hey, if you're interested in a Harley, like a Softail, which she is, check this out.
If we rewind back, I do love my Chieftain, but it's really big. The Chieftain is a street glide basically from Indian. I loved my Chieftain. It was my first big bagger. I went from a Scout to a Chieftain, so that was a pretty big jump.
That's a huge jump.
It was a very big jump. I had a custom Scout and had a 240 on the back, and I was riding it in Minnesota in the highways, and the roads are Minnesota if you live up there, from all the snow and the ice and stuff. So I hit a bump and it compressed my back and I bawled all the way to the dealership. And I walked in and I was like, I'm done. I'm selling this. It was a big bump and I was done. And yeah, so I do regret selling it though. I love that bike. So I got a Chieftain, did some cool work to it. I had a baby and now I feel good and I'm ready to get back on a bike. So yes, back to this. Hard yes that I want this motorcycle. I wanted a lowrider ST and I was like, you know, I was just thinking I was gonna get a new one. John and I both really love to start playing with something and then completely redo it to what you want.
We found this super good deal on Facebook Marketplace. This wrecked one was basically like, hell yeah, we can rebuild it and we can rebuild it into what you want. We were set up to go look at the motorcycle.
I messaged him, do you take Zelle? Because I was gonna see if I bring cash or Zelle him. And he straight up was like, oh, I sold it last night. And I was like, what? Like I was, my brain just exploded because it was like we made an appointment to come see you and like I would have come earlier. I was pretty bummed about that. Anyways, moving on from that one, John found a better deal.
Much better deal. Looks like you should check out. It looks super clean. It's got super low mileage on it and it looks like it's been garage kept. The guy just wants to get rid of it. It doesn't look, I mean, he clearly doesn't ride it that much because of the mileage, but we'll fill you guys in on more of the details whenever we get there, I guess. Amanda's not excited whatsoever.
I have to hide I don't have a good poker face, so I have to hide that I'm excited so you can get a good deal.
You have a terrible poker face. And I'm gonna pick this thing apart because that's what you do when you go to look at used stuff on Facebook Marketplace. You gotta find all the things that are wrong with it to haggle the out of them to try to save some money. It's about finding a good balance. You don't want to be insulting to them, right? So that they totally like just, you know, you miss the sale. It's already a good deal.
John loves to haggle and it gives me anxiety. I would just pay straight price. I know, I'm like, cool, yeah, it's a good price.
I love the haggle. I think that's one of the things my dad like instilled in me was like that, you know, back and forth. Essentially, we're not leaving without a motorcycle today because that would ruin the day. I'd be in the doghouse. Amanda needs to keep a poker face, so put those eyebrows away because read those like a book.
A few moments later.
Amanda got herself her first Harley Davidson.
2022 Softail Standard. I really wanted a brand new lowrider ST, desperately wanted one. I was gonna just take Godzilla, but I wanted to paint it and make it completely my own. I mean, I come from Indian, so I was a little more limited in aftermarket, and I didn't understand that you literally can take, it's the same platform, and I can make it into my own lowrider ST. So, boom, we went and bought it.
It's a pretty big difference coming from like the Indian side to the Harley side and aftermarket, because there's just, I mean, there's so much more selection for Harley Davidson. One of the perks about the brand that, I usually tell people if they're trying to decide between the two, Indian is coming up. Like, there's more, companies that are starting to do stuff for it. It's crazy because I tried to just be like, just do whatever you want to Goldzilla. And she's like, no, I can't do anything to this thing, which is probably the smarter move because the direction that she wants to go is very not what I would do. Amanda's style is a little bit more loud than mine. I like, more subtle.
Powerpuff Girls meets Wednesday Addams. It's It's a good mixture between the two. You gotta have some glitter, but some black, But the biggest thing I needed, and my favorite thing to add, is a fairing, because I will never ride this again without a fairing or wind protection. Going from a big bagger to this was a drastic change for me.
Yeah, she's coming off a Chieftain, I think we said previously. What's super funny about this is that if you guys follow Justin, so Life of Justin James.
Oh, yeah.
So we ended up buying this, and the day after, 2 days later, Josie ended up buying a Standard as well.
The same bike.
And the first thing she did, fairing.
Yeah.
100%, it's fairing,
I messaged her yesterday and I was so happy you did that because no matter what you do, some people say the exhaust is first, the exhaust is not first. This is first.
Oh, it says slip-ons on it, but man, I don't know. Whenever I first started riding motorcycles, I wasn't I need wind protection, but I also didn't have experience on a bagger. I started on an Iron 883, which is much smaller than this.
It from the beginning?
It was rough. I got on the highway and I was like, oh my God. I'm like, I guess this is just how it is.
No.
I just didn't know any better.
No. I had a custom Scout Bobber and it was amazing and I loved it. But in Minnesota, my only ride was an hour on the highway to the dealerships. There was no back roads available. Yeah. And it was horrific. I went into the store and I was like, give me a bagger. I'm done. And I loved it. I never looked back, but it was a little big. I didn't love it for shorter rides if we're just going out to dinner or little things, or if I'm tired in the evening. I didn't want a 900-pound bike to move around. So when it's something a little bit small, don't get me wrong, I still have my Chieftain. So
yeah, so I was a Chieftain, but the difference between moving around something like this, which is the 900-pound bagger, and then moving around something like this, dramatic.
Yeah.
You hear the dogs inside going crazy? They do this thing whenever they think we're gone. And they just go crazy, barking and howling and making all sorts of noise.
But they're the biggest babies when we are home.
Yeah, if any of y'all's dogs do that, drop a comment down below, let us know. Anyways, motorcycles. Softail Standard, lots of stuff incoming, like she was saying. Fairing, first and foremost, which is where all these boxes behind her come into play.
It just has a couple dings on the tank, but we're replacing the tank anyways. Oh yeah? Tell me.
Essentially, this thing's gonna be kind of documenting that, if you want an ST or you want whatever bike it is, Softail platform, you can build it into that from a base model, from a Standard. So the Standard is basically the entry, no bells and whistles, any of that but you can add all of that incrementally. So it's you get paid, you want to treat yourself.
Clothes.
Treat yourself.
Fragrances.
Treat yourself.
Massages.
Treat yourself.
Mimosas.
Treat yourself.
Fine leather goods.
Treat yourself.
Buy that part, throw it on there. That's essentially the formula that we're going to be following here. So I'm sure at some point she'll want cruise control, so we'll show you guys how to install that. She wants to do the new tank, so we're going to show you guys how to install that. I think fenders.
New front end, fenders.
Yeah.
Wheels.
Pretty much anything and everything. She's going to build it as close into an ST as possible, so it'll be like a standard ST. I like working on bikes. She likes working on bikes.
I mean, if you think about it, I was going to walk into a dealership and pay 20 plus grand for a new bike. Instead, you save that cash, you buy a used bike for 6, 7, and then you spend the rest of that money on parts.
Yeah.
It's a win-win, and it's the way you want, because if you buy a new bike, I was gonna do stuff to it anyways, so
Yeah.
I really think this is the way to go.
What's the idea for direction that you want to take this thing in terms of styling and all that?
Okay, so we already went over the whole Powerpuff Girls meets Wednesday Addams, but
I feel like that should be there should be a name
for
that
that
style. It's like glam goth or something.
Glam goth. Glitter goth?
Goth
It's
glam.
glitter goth!
Yeah, right.
Done. We
like
just
it's
coined that
such a
term.
contrast of styles.
It is, yeah. I didn't fit in much in any place growing up. But yeah, so it's one side of my brain is just like kooky colors. I really want to do like bronze and golds and variegated gold. I fell in love with. I saw a helmet done at Born Free that was variegated gold. And, but I want to do that, and then a little bit of tiger. So I'm going to incorporate some, I'm going to hand paint some tiger on there and do like a tiger print seat. I mean, it's going to be gaudy, but in a really fun way.
What would you name that style of Powerpuff Girls? Is it Powerpuff or Powder Puff?
Power.
Powerpuff, clearly I don't know.
Levels.
So yeah, what would you call the style of Powerpuff Girls meets Wednesday Addams, or like Addams Family? So very glitzy, glammy, colorful versus gothic, dark.
I'm excited because we're gonna do everything on our own and show people that you don't have to be scared. Getting our hands on this and just powder coat everything ourselves, and I'm excited to show everybody.
Jump in, it's just nuts and bolts, right? In next episode, we are gonna be unboxing some of this stuff from Advan Black. Big thanks to Alan over at Advan Black. Really appreciate it. I mean, they've got so much stuff in stock for your bikes if you guys wanna change it up. Like I said, do a fairing, fenders, side covers, all sorts of stuff. And you guys do us a favor, drop a comment down in the comment section below, letting us know, one, what you would name that style, and two, I don't know, congratulating Amanda for her first Harley Davidson. Pretty big deal for those of you that don't know. She was partial owner of 2 Indian dealerships. Still rides an Indian though, has her Chieftain. For her to get a Harley Davidson, I mean, clearly she had to. She was gonna be hanging out around me and stuff, right? So
You're a good Indian.
rubbed off on you a little bit.
He did, actually, a lot. But okay, in
A
all
lot.
fairness.
I mean, we have a kid.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to.
I did not have the best experiences with Harley dealerships in the past. It could be because they knew I was from an Indian dealership, and they were not nice and welcoming anytime I would, work with them. So I did struggle with that. But as I got more and more involved with Blockhead and all of our vendors and amazing companies and Harley corporate, I saw a completely different side. So I definitely have changed my mind on some things. John and I were talking about how it has a completely different feel from my Indian. My Indian is super smooth. It's butter. It's amazing. This one rumbles and has a little more growl to it, and I enjoy that as well.
Hell yeah, I'm excited for you. Kirby's excited for you too. You're not excited for the sisterhood, brother?
Live to ride, ride to ride to ice cream.
Ice cream. There you guys have it. Amanda's new Harley. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did,
Like, subscribe,
bell, tell your mom, all those things.
tell your dogs.
Share the video with your dogs. On the real, yeah, do me a favor, drop a comment down below letting Amanda know. Congrats for her first Harley Davidson. It's a big deal. I'm super excited to see this thing start to come together. Entirely her build, her paint and wrenching, and hit subscribe to see all that incoming. Lots more to come. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. What is this, by the way? You already in a jumper?
What's next?
What up?